Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Metroid Prime Remastered. I decided to, between last episode and this one, do the little hike around. It was not a big deal. I was just kind of annoyed about not being able to grapple onto this last night. So let's see if we can't, from here, figure out what the deal is with this. The tree does not appear scannable from this side. Thermal visor's not really giving us any hints, it doesn't look like. And X-ray visor also not giving us any hints. Is, I'll admit, a little surprising. Is there anything here? This kind of feels like a thing, but it's not. There's an invisible wall there, I think. There's definitely an invisible... Well, I mean, it's not really invisible. There's a tree branch there, so maybe we need to come from the other side? You're kidding. You know what? Maybe I've been overthinking this whole problem. Maybe all I need to do I mean, there's clearly something going on there, right? Like, we can see the negative space. We look at it in the thermal visor. Maybe we should come back once we've got the heat gun. I kind of expected the... Come on, brain. The missile to punch it open, but it didn't. Oh. It's interesting doing this, because this is like one of the first things that we've hit where I don't just remember the solution. Whether due to cellular decomposition. And then just absolutely no hint beyond that. Interesting. I mean, it's possible that it's this. We're gonna try it, even though I don't think this is the solution. Nope. Alright. You know what? We're moving on. It's almost certainly like 5 missiles. We are not hurting for missiles at the moment. So we'll come back to this problem. For some reason that seems very like high opacity, fully saturated. Like for a second there I was like, did this thing somehow not get scanned? This sort of looked like a morph ball slot for a second. I was very surprised. want to. I might do this. Maybe this episode. Maybe later. Take a look at NoClip and look at some of these little sideways rooms. Wonder what interesting details might be visible when you don't have a fixed camera, you know? Alright, so I thought it was in this room, but it might have actually been here. Yeah. Okay. What you got? Activated. And activated. I'm assuming that there's another one higher up. Feels so wasteful doing that for what amounts to, 5 healing. But it is what it is. Alright. Actually, hold on. Before we go, can we... Really? Huh. Oh. I honestly did not expect that to hit me. Oh. I assume that they'll respawn. Yeah. I'll admit I'm quite surprised to have seen the ghost and then it just retreated like that. That is not at all how I expected that to shake out. Huh. I mean, I'm assuming it's hinting at what's about to happen, right? Yay! Finger quotes shortcut. Goes to artifact acquired. We are a third of the way through the artifacts. Just like that. Is there anything else that we need to do or scan in here? I mean, I feel like it would be... I don't remember there being like a missile or something hidden down here, but that feels like the kind of thing that they would do. Not hearing anything. Really interesting that they did this. Like, that's a totally unnecessary little space as far as I could tell. Just to flesh out the world. Cool. I appreciate little spots like that. Little like, oh, this doesn't actually do anything. And I see people sometimes be like, what's the point of this? And I'm like, the point is to make it not, you know, all be so artificial. The point is to be like weird and interesting. Alright. We could and probably should go back to the Phazon mines now that we've got the X-ray visor. I'll be honest, doesn't super appeal. Yeah, we should. We should go to the dang Phazon mine. Okay. What do we think? Yep, that totally worked. Alright. Hey, our first outer ring. Nice. Grapple didn't fire. Double checking that I have not overlooked or forgotten something there. I don't think we have. Pretty sure we're good here. Just gonna maybe get myself killed doing this. fairly unnecessarily risky. That's on me. Alright. There is a thing upstairs here, so... No, okay. Just... them dropping, freaking full heals, though, is pretty nice. Not full heals. 100-point energy spheres. Gosh, my brain today is just not braining at all. Yeesh. Why aren't you still up? I feel like I remember that, like, elevating and then staying elevated before, but that could easily be misremembering on my part. Alright, here we go. Yes, it was this Bendesium. I will happily take another power bomb. Oops, excuse me. Actually, alright, hold on. Let's actually talk about that little detail. Having this tube with a fan in it actually is a great little, like, environmental detail to make this tube make more sense. It's like, oh, it's ventilation. And then same thing there. Like, we've already established some visual language. We're just making that visual language coherent. All right. I want to say. Actually, it might have been the previous room that had. Yeah, here we go. Bendesium frame. So, it's actually kind of sneaky that they drop you out on the other side of this. Like, it would be very easy to do this and then not realize, oh, there's something else, like, literally right here. Two for one, almost, for upgrades we can get thanks to having power bombs. Cool, so we've got the ice spreader. Ice beam, yip yip yip. Very cool. Alright, so with that collected, let's continue on to the geothermal core. So I'm pretty sure we can do that with our current spread of abilities. Not gonna get me this time, you bastards. Straight up whiff. Huh. Whiffed twice. That's embarrassing. The way that the beep sort of reads used as a hey, panic is, I don't know, I think it's funny. Alright. We don't need to go this way at the moment, I don't think. Trying to remember if there's anything going on in this room that I need to be aware of. I don't think so. If there is, I've completely forgotten about it. Popping these open. Alright, here we go. Oh, interesting. The monsters that were here before are not here any longer. That's fun. Makes the platforming a little more difficult because you can't just hook onto them. I wonder what the trigger for that is. I wonder if it's... I feel like it's probably acquiring the grappling hook. Because I'm fairly sure we had it even when... I'm pretty sure those monsters were there even when we had the double jump. So... Checking, there's nothing going on here. I don't think so. It's a fun little, like this is not a complicated puzzle, but it's fun. I enjoy it. Alright. Switching there. Now. And why aren't you letting me in? Because I've already raised it, I guess? Okay. That's fine, I guess. It's so cool, just here's this whole huge room, we're gonna raise the roof and it's gonna be all this shit. This game's got so much, like, I don't know, style. It just goes so hard, you know? Nerve-wracking every time. Nerve-wracking every time. I don't know that there's really much benefit to me. I'm so nervous that I'm going to like. There's a little bit of lag between the Nintendo Switch outputting this and it making it through my little capture device to my screen, which honestly I'm mostly used to at this point. But it does make me so nervous that I'm going to just miss it a bit, like just literally be late to pulling the trigger or something, and it'll be a bad time. Can I just do this now? Yeah! Oh, that feels so much safer. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Plasma beam. Alright. I actually did not remember this being here. I am not sure where I thought it was, but I thought it was somewhere else. Hell yeah. Cool. Got all 4 beams now. And of course, this beam is busted. I don't think there's anything else in this room. Yeah, no lore to read, no secret doorways. Yeah, cool. Hell yeah. Well, I didn't intend to come get this because I didn't remember it being here, but huge success, I would say, regardless. Well, that definitely leans into the whole we should go to the Phazon mines, because there's several. I forgot how slow it is. In my head it was decently fast. In reality it's the first beam is so spammable, you know? Man, that one-shot kill, oh, so good. And it's, yeah, right up there. Alright, cool, you did that. Feels good to have all beams. Oh, it's literally the wrong way. Let's see. With this in hand, yeah, there's the bit at the very bottom. I guess that's where we need to head next. I don't remember that being the critical path, but that makes sense to me. Yeah, okay, so right there was a platform there before, I'm fairly sure. guys are here. I'm a little surprised that he just shows up so, like, casually. Alright, so the door down at the bottom of this, I'm pretty sure is like ankle deep. Yeah, it is ankle deep in phase on, so I don't want to deal with that. Instead, we'll continue on to the actual spots in here I didn't get to before. It was, yeah, up and to the right. That there was, no, I'm thinking of a similarly laid out room in an entirely different location in the Fintrana drifts that had a super missile thing that we hadn't collected yet, I don't think. Deal with these guys at all. I just want to race on through. There we go. Very good. Oh, dudes. You know what? Oh, I remember this better for starters. I thought the ice spreader functioned like a flamethrower, but that was bad from the perspective of taking a lot of damage. Holy cow. That's okay. Like, we obviously get our damage back here. It's fine. Honestly, using the ice spreader there was a pretty bad idea. Just because, like, we could get health back no problem, but getting missiles back, more of a problem. that could have gone better. Okay, though. You little fellas. All right, and there we go. I wonder how much they like tweaked the numbers on this, with like the movement speed of these platforms, because I imagine that their movement was partially done so that people couldn't just like speed run without having gotten the stuff. You know, couldn't accidentally luck into the correct answer. I was too close. I knew I was too close, but didn't want to believe. But the you know, the more movement it is, the more likely that some poor kid who's just here doing his best is gonna like struggle with the jump. So there's a trade-off there that I'd be interested to know, like, did they like do it and then focus test it and find out like, oh, actually, we can do a little better. Where am I going with this? Little ledge. Oh, for this. What's that? And I'm pretty sure that's also just a shortcut now for getting back. It is dark in here, though. That does not help at all. Scared the actual shit out of me.
Recording to normal.
Oh yeah, alright. So we would have gotten to here and just... I would have been so unhappy with myself to get here and then just immediately hit this. Oh, I would have been so unhappy. And I have now, at least 3 separate times, pulled out this visor instead of this visor. I don't know what's up with that. That was a yellow one? Yeah. Might have just been a regular pirate. Yeah, I think it was. That's okay. Pink. feel like there's like a missile upgrade or something just like directly beneath that mushroom, but if you don't have the suit for it, then you're gonna have a bad time. Do I want to be swinging from there? Yes. Oh, man. Okay. Very nearly effed that up. You're bombable, right? Yeah. Oh, I see. Alright, so we want uppies. Oh no. Is that it? Nope. Yeah, I'd say this is a little bit better. You're kidding. At least this isn't like particularly punishing in terms of like, oh yeah, you're just gonna immediately take some damage. There we go. Save station? Save station. Hell yeah. No. Missile station. Really? Gosh, I would have very much preferred save station. Also, I hadn't scanned a missile station yet? That's surprising. Yep, I missed completely. Fuck. I just didn't have enough momentum when I swung across. No. There's a pretty significant amount of, like, time delay. I want to say lag, but I also don't want to say lag. Because I just feel like lag's the wrong term. Between, you know, looking at something and pulling the grapple hook trigger and actually it stopping and being grappled. Okay. Well, let's... That went surprisingly well, actually. Send me on up, coach. Felt like Prime, that was definitely the wrong thing to do. That felt like Prime invisible platform. It was grapple. I don't know why I would just assume that I could make that jump. Like, that's clearly a very large jump. Tunnel vision and all that. Dude, oh. Oh. Oh, you're not. There we go. Oh, another one of you. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grab this for obvious reasons. I'll admit, I was getting pretty nervous. I was like, it's been a while since we've saved. It would be pretty devastating to get to this point and die. Alright. Do some Scanning. Talking about the Omega. Pirate data. Excellent. Cordite. Cordite was just regular missiles? No? I think it might have actually been charge shot. Let's try... No, Cordite was super missile. Yeah. Cool. Hell yeah. In my head that it was going to be invisible. Obviously it's not. Interesting to have that whole little thing. Alright. Wish me luck, chat.
Recorded to logbook.
Omega Pirate. Invisible to normal sight. Phase on. Let's see what we can do. not doing great, I'll be honest. Kind of a shit show of a boss fight so far. Up feels kind of rude. Like, it's the only logical move for the boss to make, but why on earth will pirates give you multiple specialist units of the same specialty, but still feels rude. We are kind of close. That's disappointing. That's actually quite disappointing. we got most of the way there. We just got to do that, but better, cleaner. I think I'm kind of split on whether I want to clear the ads and then focus on him, or if it would be better to focus on him and then clear the ads. The reason being, when he's doing that hand-sucking maneuver, that defends the ads surprisingly well. So, yeah, next episode, we will try again. YouTube, thank you for watching. I will see you then.
Bye.